On Shorts in particular, those videos, not only across YouTube, but across Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, have done millions of organic views, and it's all AI. You can go to any video, no matter how long it is, 15, 45 minutes, whatever, and it'll give you the entire transcript, a summary, and then key takeaways and bullet points of every video.
Can you do that just to show that you're human?
No. Yeah, don't mind the other bonus fingers.
Creator Magic Podcast.
Just before we get into the episode, would you do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button? Wherever you're listening to or watching this podcast, subscribing really helps the show to grow. And now, let's get into the episode.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm really good. Now, I want to ask you as the first question, what happened in late 2022? Your YouTube channel went from a few thousand subscribers to about 500,000 in a couple of months, and this was pre-AI, so what's going on there?
Yeah, my life changed overnight. When they say all it takes is one video, sort of sounds like a crazy anecdotal thing until it literally happens to you. So kind of the story is I had got banned on TikTok, and was getting to a point where I'm like, I can't just have all my eggs in the TikTok basket here. I have to figure out short form video across every other platform. And so I always give credit where credit's due. I had a YouTube coach, Jeremy Vest, who's one of the best in the business. And we just were chatting every single day. We're like, we've got to figure out YouTube Shorts. We're going to do this together. Every day we're going to post content, and we're going to meticulously break it apart, study other people's content, study the opening hooks, the audience retention throughout, test different styles. And those conversations really led me to having this sort of epiphany of, okay, rather than just dumping all of my content that I'm making from TikTok over to YouTube, just focus on the videos that are in one space, and these were like top 5 most useful websites type of content, and only upload those for the time being, and do an experiment with that and see what happens. And that worked. One video exploded. It's now at about 23 million views, I think, and it unlocked my whole channel. And it's the craziest story. I mean, it took me 3 years to get to 5,000 subscribers. And then in 3 days, it went from 5,000 to 100,000 subscribers. And it's still been growing ever since. I'm probably going to hit 600,000 today. Actually, I'm less than 100 subscribers away from 600,000. And it's been amazing. A quick ending story I'll say on it. It happened while I was on vacation in Mexico with my wife. So we're sitting on the beach, in Tulum, sipping mezcalitas, and I'm refreshing the YouTube Studio app on my phone, just being like, oh my gosh, this is what I've waited my whole life for. And my wife, is like, cool, but we're on a beach in Mexico. Get off your phone and be present. So like, I gotta like, you're right. But yeah, it changed my life almost immediately, and it's just crazy to think about that and what is possible now. Can I hit 1 million? I don't know. What? Sky is the limit. You never know until it happens to you, and just keep going.
That is an absolutely incredible story. And it shows you and any creator listening to or watching this podcast right now, just one piece of well-produced content with a plan, with a hook, like you say, can go completely viral and change your life. I think that's a super inspiring story. Let's take things forward to where you are now. Since you released that viral short on YouTube and increased your subscribers, your view count, I think the channel I was looking at has just over 68 million views in total on all the videos, which is crazy. How have you started to introduce AI into your processes now? And what's happened over the last couple of years for you in terms of using AI to make short form, long form content?
Yeah, such a great question. So it helps from a productivity point of view like crazy. And a couple things. A lot of the content that I was making was useful websites for business owners and entrepreneurs. And so once the sort of AI boom came out there, all of these tools started coming out for business owners and entrepreneurs that were leveraging AI to do specific tasks. And so it was a really simple, natural content pivot from just sharing useful websites to sharing useful AI websites. And that also just, I sort of caught this wave of momentum. And it's always important to like catch trends at a good time that is natural to your audience and the content that you're already creating as well. And so now a lot of my content focuses on AI tools for business owners and entrepreneurs. And I created one myself as well, Syllaby. But I use it in a lot of different ways. One of my favorite ways that I use it is I have deepfaked myself with real clones. And so I've done a lot of video tests where I take my own existing video scripts that performed really well, and I remake them entirely using AI. And and I've done this both in shorts and in long form as well. On shorts in particular, those videos, not only across YouTube, but across Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, have done millions of organic views, and it's all AI. And I have a couple on YouTube as well, long form, horizontal AI deepfake videos that have gotten me tens of thousands of views on those videos as well. I use it for ideation. I create a lot of content specifically for Facebook that's text-based. And so I use like ChatGPT to help with a lot of that as well. I also built a free Chrome extension. It's called YouTube Summarizer by Syllaby. It's 100% free to use. There's no like credit card or anything like that. I use it as like Spark Notes for YouTube. So what it does is you can go to any video, no matter how long it is, 15, 45 minutes, whatever, and it'll give you the entire transcript, a summary, and then key takeaways and bullet points of every video. And so I use that to like just gather a lot of information really fast from any YouTube video as well. Those are some of the ways that I personally use it in my content creation.
I love that. So, okay, there's a lot to dial into there from what you've said, Austin. First of all, deepfaking yourself, AI avatars. You've clearly done incredibly well with that, and you've used it to repurpose content you've done before that's done really well. How much of your process can you share there with creating deepfakes? What kind of tools? How is that working out?
Yeah, so I was using HeyGen for my avatars for the last year. However, we can do it now in my own startup Syllaby. So I've just moved that all in-house. It starts with the avatar, sort of the opening hook, and then it goes through each individual website that I'm showcasing. So like if you go to this website, it does this. If you go to this website, it does that. The voiceover throughout the video is entirely AI as well. And yeah, it just saves me a ton of time. The other thing too is like this is becoming systematized. So I can have with these types of videos, I can have a VA or our own like video editors that we hire create content at scale with my likeness. We have a lot of agency owners that do this for their clients as well, where they're like, it's so hard to get this lawyer or this real estate agent every week to record new content because they're busy or they just secretly don't love it. So like my pitch to them has always been like, well, what if you could just record them once to get their avatar and then create content daily for them using AI entirely? And I think that's a really cool system that we've built. But yeah, that's really my process. And then I manually post on every platform as well, just my personal anecdotal evidence that I think it performs better when you upload it, if you have the time to do that. So I will upload it manually onto TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts.
It can do so much more than that. It sounds like you're just building everything a business could need in terms of an AI tool. What about if you're a content creator like me or someone who creates content on YouTube about fossil hunting, for instance? Could they use your tool to plan videos and make videos?
You can type in fossil hunting and it'll show you all of the questions that people search for around that particular keyword. And the trending data behind it as well. If it's trending upwards currently, if it's trending downwards, if it's kind of flat and leveled out, how many people are searching for it per month, what the cost per click is on that for advertising purposes. So you can associate a dollar amount with that actual topic before you create content on it. And this is all real-time data, and this is not AI as well. We pulled this information from search engines. And so we're also rolling out the version 2 is Google Trends, TikTok, Instagram, Quora, Pinterest, and Bing. So you can basically find the best topics across all of the internet to make content around. And then you can actually generate a video script in there that's customizable for you. But it's based on best practices of strong opening hook, talking about a problem, providing a solution to that problem, and a call to action. And you can, of course, customize it or add your own script. And then we actually make the videos for you in a couple different ways. So you can make faceless videos that are wildly popular right now. You can make, we have stock avatars in there, so you can choose a sort of spokesperson to create content. We have talking photo avatars, so you can upload just a headshot of yourself, and it sort of animates the mouth and the head to speak the script. We have voice cloning, so you can we use 11 Labs in there as well, which is cutting edge AI voice cloning. So you can clone your own voice to be the voice of any content. And we just released AI avatar cloning as well. So it's a self-serve model. You just record some footage of yourself. There's instructions there, and then you can upload it, add your avatar so that you can create content at scale. The other thing, and there's so much that we do, I'm just kind of trying to high level here as quickly as I can. If you don't want to use AI content, another thing that differentiates us is you can upload your own videos into our video editor. So if you just want the content idea, you need help with the scripting, and then you want to actually be just your natural human self, you can record yourself with the script and then upload your video and then edit it. And then you can actually schedule and publish it to your platforms as well. So we have a content calendar built in. You could link it to all your social media pages and schedule and set it and forget it. So it's really meant to replace about 5 different tools in one system workflow and just streamline content creation for you in the form of video from A to Z. I mean, you can really schedule a week or more of videos that are predictable around what your customers are searching for in minutes.
How much autonomy are you willing to give over to AI? In fact, have you already given yourself over to AI? Is this the only human that I'm talking to, or are you indeed a very cleverly generated avatar for this podcast?
Yeah, so this is an actual avatar. The technology is crazy and just real-time response. No.
Can you do a catch purr? Can you do that just to show that you're human?
No. Yeah, don't mind the other bonus finger here.
One of the things that really caught my eye and kind of is that real human element to creation is that you'll insert Easter eggs into videos and content you make. Tell me, for those listening who don't know what this is, how does that work?
Yeah, so I realized a couple of years ago that all platforms care about is engagement, and it doesn't matter if the engagement is positive or negative. And from a human psychology perspective, it's easier to elicit negative or critical engagement. And so what I started doing is adding in secret folders below the URLs that I share. So a lot of the content I share is like useful websites, right? And so like I have one pulled up right now that is just like a homepage to onlyfans.com. So the logo's there, but it says Donald Trump NUD ... And so I never mention it in the video, but it's painfully available right there. Like as I'm talking about like, you know, Riverside FM, like is the ultimate podcasting, you know, tool, but like Donald Trump NUD ... with the OnlyFans logo is right there. And so people without fail, every single time that I've been doing this for 2-3 years now, they will run to the comments and, you know, like, did anyone else see this? Like, what's going on with that tab? We're going to talk about this thing. And guess what? As they're running to the comments, like my video is replaying in the background. or increasing my view duration and replay watches, and then it causes comment strings like, "Oh, I thought I was the only one. Like, this dude sus. Like, what? All these silly comments." And I'll also mispronounce words on purpose, so I'll say something like answersocrates.com, but I'll say Socrates. Or I'll talk about the free video editor DaVinci Resolve, and I'll say DaVinci. And I've done that. Those two examples I have been doing over and over and over again. I've probably covered those tools 100 times. And the reason I keep doing it is because without fail, people respond. People assert their egos. People love to forcibly correct you. So I essentially, they're Easter eggs, and you don't have to go that extreme, like work, into your brand, like something that can elicit an emotional response. But I essentially troll the trolls. And I leverage them. Here's the sort of nuance here is that the information in my videos are helpful. They are valuable information. They will help you. And I leverage the internet trolls to lift them up through engagement and increased view duration hacks so that I can reach more of the people that understand that this is a silly joke and my weird sense of humor, but the information in the video is incredibly valuable. And so that has been one of the biggest hacks that's worked for me. And it's been insane. It's been an insane hack.
Do you get any negative pushback at all on using AI generated avatars or AI cloned voices? Does anyone kind of push back on that? Or do you feel in your experience, the figures speak for themselves and it works incredibly well?
Yes. The short answer is, yeah, I do get some pushback, but the overall response is positive and the information is good. And particularly on YouTube seems to be the most combative about this stuff. And, I'll do a website where or a video where if you stack these 3 websites together, you can create unlimited, social media videos at scale. And I show how I make faceless videos entirely with AI and how it's generated me results. So recently I did a case study. I built a brand new channel to 1,500 subscribers, entirely AI, no human input whatsoever, except for generate. In about 35 days, it got to 1,500 subscribers, over 200,000 views. And it's because the content has interesting information that people care about, and they watch for a long period of time. These are the core metrics that YouTube cares about, right? User signals. And so my point is, people will run to the comments and you're creating garbage content in the internet. And my rebuttal for that is, if it really was garbage, people wouldn't watch it and engage with it, but they are. Who cares if the content is generated by AI, if it helps you in some way, if it's entertaining to you, if it's interesting, if you are consuming it and engaging with that content? What does it matter if I spent 6 hours manually editing the same video, or I used AI to generate it in 6 minutes? I see no difference there, but people, particularly on YouTube, fight that. I listen to the analytics. That channel gained 1,500 subscribers, 200,000 views in about 35 days. More people like it than the loud, outspoken ones. And that's an analogy for everything in life. You're always going to get haters, but probably there are far more silent lovers than there are vocal haters.
Amazing. This has been such an incredible conversation. And I definitely recommend people go and check you out. Take a look at your tool, Syllaby, as well. Where would you point people to find out more about you, Austin?
Yeah, I'm easy to find online. My tool is Syllaby with a Y.io. So SYLLABY.io. I'm Austin Armstrong across the board. Most of my handles are Socialty Pro. There are 2 other semi-famous Austin Armstrongs out there. I am the nerdy looking with glasses Austin Armstrong. I am not the curly-haired, 6-foot, blue-eyed influencer out of LA that makes relationship-oriented content Austin Armstrong. That's not me. Nor am I the Florida Gators defensive lineman coach Austin Armstrong as well. Just keep that in mind as you're researching.
Thanks so much for checking out this episode of the Creator Magic Podcast. Would you like to get a weekly email with all the latest AI tools I find? If so, head over to mrc.fm/Creator Magic and hit subscribe to get my weekly email newsletter. That's mrc.fm/Creator Magic.